The Macdonald Bridge Bikeway sits on the northern side of the bridge, connected on the Halifax side by the Bikeway ramp and the Dartmouth side by the Weiss Road protected bike lanes. Running for a distance of just under 1.5 kilometers, it is technically the only way to get between Halifax and Dartmouth by bike. In today's video, I'll showcase the Bridge Bikeway in the inbound direction. As always, I'll be playing a game of +1 - 2 along the way. Every time I encounter something that makes my trip safer or more convenient, I'll add a point, and every time I encounter something that makes it less safe or less convenient, I'll take away 2 points. You can keep track of how I think the ride is going by looking at the heads-up display in the bottom right-hand corner. Getting into the bikeway on the Dartmouth side is pretty straightforward. If you're crossing Weiss Road, you have bike lights that'll support your crossing, and if you're already on the harbour side, then the bikeway is actually continuous with the Weiss Road protected bike lanes. The bikeway is separated from traffic, but also from pedestrians, which is great. As you might expect from it being a bridge, the paving is smooth the whole way across. There are 2 full lanes, so passing, even in relatively high traffic during rush hour, is pretty easy. If nothing else, at least the views are nice. I think most people can cross the bridge by bike. It's never particularly steep, it is however relatively long. It's a relatively minor issue, but the pylons do create a visual barrier, so you should slow down on approach, just to make sure that you're not going to run into anyone. It kind of goes without saying, but I do have to award points for it. Having this kind of traffic separation on a major roadway is extremely useful, obviously more so for crossing the harbour. Bonus points for the sheer distance of the bikeway. And lastly, on the Halifax side, the bikeway transitions seamlessly into the Macdonald Bridge bike ramp, which has its own issues, but I've covered that in a previous video. As a quick summary, the Macdonald Bridge Bikeway is an extremely useful way to get across the harbour. There's not really any downside to speak of, and so if you are heading that way, it's probably one of the easier ways to do it. Thanks for watching, that's it for this week, and see you next time.